Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I am Nitro603, and welcome to the Go Mode Podcast Magic Tournament 2021 Bracket Round 2. It will be Couch_23 versus ThrownWiimote, who won game number one. I welcome in my co-commentator for this evening's game, which will be Dawnvenure. How are you, sir?
I'm all right. I've been looking forward to this game for pretty much a whole week and a half, whatever it was. Once I saw, because I'm ThrownWiimote's main mentor, so I've been kind of following him through brackets, and he 2-0'd his first opponent, as did Couch. And so this was actually really nerve-wracking matchup since, the number one seed going against the guy that I'm rooting for. So I'm going to be a little biased during this, but yeah, I've been looking forward to this for a very long time, and this is game 2.
And for Couch23, a must-win situation. If he loses, his tournament life is over. So we will see if he's able to force a game 3, which I'm not sure when that will be, but we'll have to find out from them later.
Yeah, I think it's already set up in the schedule, but I haven't looked at when that is. I think it might be tomorrow at the same time. We'll see when we get there at the end of the stream.
and a very interesting hash that was rolled here with Flute and Forecom business.
I've never seen that many of the same symbol before, but it's
I'm getting a kick out of it.
Yeah, based on game 1, they both went different starts. ThrownWiimote going from Link to Uncle, where Couch started Sanctuary and went to CAC right away, and that starting route actually kind of made the difference for game 1.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are underway, so both will be starting in different places. Couch starting at the Sank, and Throne starting at his own house.
And finding 10 bombs early is actually pretty nice. One of the things you want early is either money or bombs, with the bombs being more easier checks inside of Kakariko.
I'm kind of curious if Throne will go through the escape, because with 10 bombs, that is enough to make it all the way through the escape sequence.
Game 1, their tier 1 tree pull was 4 bombs, and if 8 bombs isn't enough to go and do the front of escape, I doubt he's going to do it with 10 bombs.
Let's see, Uncle, ooh, with a mirror, nice grab there. And Bush Crab has money too on the other side.
A mirror is a nice pickup, but it's not very useful until you get Dark World.
Ooh, and there's a soul lumberjack that's going to sit there.
Well, unless that is required by needing it for something like a tablet, we're not gonna have Gold Sword.
Yeah, that's highly unlikely unless both swords are on the tablets, which would be an interesting thing here.
Yeah, Couch farming all this money. The Bush Crab's dropping 20s, which gives you enough money to buy bombs while in CAC, as well as buy the bottle vendor item.
And we do have a map. Oh, quick map check. Look like Eastern and Harrower crystals. I didn't see about desert though.
Oh, I did not see it.
Tracker got it with a pendant there on desert, so 2 out of the 3 is pretty good.
ThrownWiimote's routing is making him not pick up any bush crabs. He's being a little bit more aggressive. Because he has the bombs already, he's not really worried about needing money or anything else from the bush crabs, so he's going to be a little bit less rupee heavy while going to the CAC, which you can have enough money with the 40 rupees they did find for buying the bottle vendor item.
Yeah, there's plenty of money in Blind Cell and all those other places to get it, so I'm sure he'll have 100 by then. And let's see, now we have some different routing here into the back. We have a glove, which puts the back of escape into the logic. And let's see if Blind is a good thief here this afternoon, evening, or morning. This couch will buy bombs. and a heart piece. We got the hook shot, good mobility item there. Some bombs, and a book to read things.
That book is kind of interesting because it's one of those decision points you got to make where if you want to go check Ped very early or just wait, especially now that he has Mirror, you can wait to check it when he's doing Skullwoods.
Yeah, and we have a Fire Rod, which puts the Dark Cross into logic as well. So we have a lot already that we can do.
Yeah, you can see like already the little bit of difference in routing paying off more for ThrownWiimote. Obviously, he skipped checking the Lumberjack, which is a lot of the time between them. That's actually the really big difference. Obviously, the mirror find early also allowed him to leave the escape just slightly faster.
Yeah, and we have our first medallion in the Quake medallion. Let's see if either Misery Mire or Turrock will require one of those. And I'm kind of curious if anyone's going to see Gunch break the mountains once they get the mirror, either couch or throne.
Coach is probably going to find that mirror quite a bit later. Probably going to wait till he gets something to want to clear the escape with. Obviously, like you said, with that Fire Rod, it puts Dark Cross in logic. And with the glove, it kind of puts a lot of interest into the escape.
Yeah, so we'll have to see which when Couch decides to do that, but I'm gonna see. I'm wondering when Throne will do it too, because like I said, he already has the mirror, so he can go up the mountain and he can at least read the tablet up there, and he can get a couple of extra items.
Yeah, like the interesting thing about like sequence breaking the mountain, especially when you have hookshot and all these other items, is what do you expect will be your logical access to the mountain, whether it's going to be the lamp or the flute. And there's a mushroom on the on the library.
Oh, you never like to see that. Well, let's see. Oh, race game junk, and let's see where Throne goes next.
Alright, starting at Link's house, this probably means you're just going to do the standard South Shore movement. Not going to have money for Zora, but we can check that later.
Yeah, I find that if you have, especially with the early mirror, to do Zora and Catfish together is a little bit better, but, you know, than orphaning one for the other. Couch is gonna go the uncle route, so he will get his mirror. So let's see if he goes through the escape or not.
I assume he'll do the escape with the Fire Rod, like all to burn some of the enemies quicker, as well as having enough bombs to kill the other ones. It's not a bad play. You're already here, and then you did start with the key, so it does put the front of logic, front of escape in logic.
Yes. And Throne gonna go to Mini Moldorm Cave, and with his routing, gonna have to find another way over to Agina's cave.
Our stun price this time is 20 rupees.
So money kind of being thrown at runners all over the place.
Kind of interesting that ThrownWiimote isn't using the hookshot to kill these Mini Moldarms, but
that's what I would be using if I were him. But then again, I'm knocked out of the tournament, so what do I know? Oh, and we have a bow. We can clear Eastern. And a pearl. And a sword. And bomb. So that is interesting.
That is some pretty stacked thieves so far.
I'm wondering if after Throne does Ice Rod Cave, if he's going to save and quit and go straight to do Eastern. Because that seems like a really good play at this point, especially it's all logic other than where the big key would be.
Yeah, like if the big key is inside the vanilla big key location, then the boss isn't in logic, same with the big chest, but I assume he's going to do it. The dark rooms aren't that difficult, as well as having the fire rod and everything to complete it. It's a crystal, there's 6 items. I would love to see that play next.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'd like to thank So Last Summer for rating us with a party of 2. Alright, let's see where Throne goes next. So far, nothing really in the escape sequence. And it looks like Throne is going to take his bow, his fire rod, his sword, and go over to Eastern Palace.
I'm actually quite a bit surprised that Couch used his fire rod shots on the easier to kill guards rather than using on this ball and chain guard, which will actually be the quickest thing to kill with it.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. And yeah, so really nothing in escape. And not only that, he's gonna have to do Dark Cross totally in the dark, which isn't as tough, but it's easier with that fire rod shot to light and see where the torch is. Oh,
The Hospital was closet with the
never
lamp.
mind all that.
Well, that puts our mountain in logic. It puts this Dark Cross so much easier to grab later if he decides to do back of escape to the cross, depending on if he finds the map in the back of escape or not.
Yeah, the easy lamp is always good, and now you don't have to ever worry about dark rooms again, at least in this seed.
Yeah, Lumaga pointing out that one of the correct things to do is he was going to go to the Dark Cross anyway. He does have the lamp. He set up a Death Warp instead of just using the mirror, which costs a bit of time. But he's using the hookshot for echolocation as well as killing the enemies along the path. That's pretty smart to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And $50 in Dark Cross, so nothing there worthwhile.
An item there does mean that it will probably not cost him too much time because ThrownWiimote's also going to be doing the same thing. He's going to that cross later. But obviously it took him a bit more time using not having the vision for the dark rooms.
Yeah, even if you're pitch perfect with dark rooms, lamp still makes it faster. Alright, we do have a map and a hurt piece. So really the escape was not the place to go. It was Mini Moldorm Cave, which had our progression to really open up the sea just a little bit to find, because we now have all the mountain, plus we have Eastern, and we can go into desert and we can full clear Hera. So
it's kind of a bit interesting with all the items we have. We can, depending on if desert it's boots locked, you can complete all 3 light world dungeons already.
yeah, and if Throne gets an item here, it'll be the greatest dungeon ever, because now you don't have to go to the back.
I absolutely love having like this kind of setup for Eastern. Just feels so nice not having to do the extra room.
It looks like Couch is gonna follow in Throne's footsteps and get his bow and his and the items from there. We'll see if he goes all the way to Ice Rod Cave. I'm going to assume so.
One thing I was kind of hoping for, like looking at Couch's money, is if he set up a Houlihan room, he would have been pretty close to getting the Zora money needed, and he could fake Flipper and maybe try and find advantage that way. But obviously, clearing crystals is always progression, so that's what ThrownWiimote chose to do.
Yeah. And this is the gold sword bracket. And we're going to see a quick ring around the arm most nights here. Yes, that was a God Eastern where basically nothing was in the back. All 3 items were in a row. And Throne Will has his first crystal of the match.
As far as I'm aware, Throne doesn't run NMG. He just put a lot of practice in. I know the quick kill on Armos is something that I've never practiced, and so I'm actually really impressed that so many of the Mentor Tournament runners learned the quick kill. That's something I don't even know how to do.
I don't either, and I was in it. Alright, so Throne now going to check back of escape, and I'm wondering if he's going to tie this in with a mountain check or if he's going to the front.
Yeah, I assume ThrownWiimote's just gonna go here to Dark Cross and then probably just go straight to the mountain after. There's not really much else to really do. Like Desert doesn't seem that great of a play if you can find only like up to 2 items there if it's boots locked and items are placed.
Yeah,
so
I'm not...
that area is not as tempting as just going mountain.
The only reason to gamble going up the to Desert is if you really truly believe the other glove is there before going up the mountain. If you could find a way to like kind of put them together. And is one of our other pendants today.
I'm kind of curious if he meant to talk to him or not, because that's not something people normally do, and Throne doesn't know that he can't actually go to the front of escape from the cross.
Oh boy.
He's gonna losing time right here.
Yep.
It's one of those things that, yeah, I was gonna say, it's one of the things you do once and then learn that you can never do it.
Yeah, it's just, you learn it, you do it once, and you never do it again. Yep, absolutely. So let's see. He's with him going to his house. I'm going to assume now he's going to go through the front of the escape.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit interesting because, like you said, there is that just cache of items up there, but maybe he assumed his opponent went in front of escape, and he's just trying to cover his opponent's tracks. He obviously had it in mind trying to run to the front of it, but I feel like extra committing to this play is not the greatest. But there is 3 items up there.
Yeah, I don't know how much of a fan I am of this play, especially with the entire mountain open to our runners. That seems a little bit better, and I mean, I would assume if you don't get anything on the mountain, doing escape before doing Aga, especially with the mirror, makes a lot more sense. And so that's how I would have routed it, is I would have gone up the mountain.
Yeah, both of them just covering each other's tracks. We're actually going to be able to see how close they are after they complete these respective dungeons. Obviously, ThrownWiimote having a little bit more, like, easier access to everything he's done so far compared to Couch. Having the lamp, having the sword for the front of escape here. He had the mirror earlier to do, to leave Sanctuary faster. There's just so much.
And you're also seeing just how well with hookshot and stuff mobility is with things like that. So, and he'll be able to, with a full magic meter, just burn the ball and chain guard. And if any of our viewers are curious, the fire rod and the ice rod do actually most nights. And if you ever run out of arrows, it is a pretty decent weapon to use.
And with saving Quintus Sanctuary, it does look like he's going to go with the mountain. It's going to be interesting if he does choose to look at what the item is at Lumberjack at this point, or maybe he's going to check it later when he's checking Bumper Cave.
Yeah, I'm going to assume he's I mean, some runners wait till they have the boots. That's what I do. But some runners like the knowledge, and he's not going to check it.
Now, Couch setting up for the quick kill, but got hit immediately, so it just has to resort to the good old-fashioned strats.
And thank you, Homemade Beer, for your party rate of 6. Welcome, Raiders. By Throne getting the quick kill on Armos and Couch not, that is also another time saver that he has. let's see what's up the mountain. So, Throne with the mirror. I'm assuming he's going to do Hera first.
Yeah, that's like going up this way. You kind of have to. It also routes better because you could just go up it, go to it, hop back down, hook shot across, finish it up. Where if you go the other way, then you kind of like double back. And there's the flute.
There's the flute. Yep. So they're going to want to activate that as quickly as possible after doing the mountain. But they have almost all the mobility items. They have mirror, they have hook shot. Now we just need our boots to go fast.
Yeah, like a lot of progression early too. So once they get Dark World access, we're gonna see a lot of diversions too, I assume.
And Throne gets the bomb jump.
I believe that bomb jump has like 4 pixels of leeway you can do. Because I think that's 2 on the x-axis, then 2 on the y-axis. And not doing a map check while going between the Dark World here, that's something you kind of got to get used to doing. It's something very easy to forget just because of how quick you're going through here, and you don't want to touch that little mushroom guy and get the story of a lifetime.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, let's see what's on the ether tablet. We already know where one sword is. And that's just a heart container. It's too bad you can't bomb and jump the other way to get to the flute.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
Oh, there's our mitts.
mitts.
So there's Dark World access. And now we can full clear the entire mountain in one go.
You absolutely love to see it. If you're going to find Dark World access on the mountain, you want it to be the glove.
I'm going to assume Throne will do Hera Pot, setting it up. Looks good to me, and yep, he's in. So hopefully he, with only one more item needed, finds it, and it's not in that big chest. And there it is. So, oh, and couch them quick map check, and I missed them all. Hanging on to Troll Dorm, and Throne will be getting his second crystal here. And unfortunately, this will be a longer fight than normal because there's no fast way to do this with the fighter sword.
Yeah, with the fighter sword, doesn't matter if you do spins or slashes. You need 6 hits to kill the boss.
Nope. In our chat talking about the Philly pot, which was a new way to do Hera pot.
Yeah, once again, this dungeon layout is really nice. Finding both items without having to find the big key in the copy break room. And it's always interesting, like, how do you want to route Death Mountain here when you have Mirror as well? Because you kind of like gamble like certain spots.
Well, looks like Throne's gonna mirror in front of Super Bunny Cave here, and then go up and through Spiral Cave, I would guess. Or finish with Spiral Cave, perhaps.
And a nice kill on Molder by Couch as well to tie up the crystal count.
Oh, there's our second sword, so we know where 3 swords are.
Yeah, so you know for sure we're most likely not gonna have gold sword for Ganon.
No, unless neither one of these runners know how to do the bomb duplication, and if Hammer was on in advanced play, but it actually can't be since I'm looking at the tracker doing pod and being one of the 5-6, so Hammer can't be there, so that's not gonna be a possibility.
Ooh, Throne just getting bullied by that little squirrel.
Yeah, the dead rocks are just by far the most annoying enemies in this game. They don't care about logic or what you're doing.
And gets dead rock again. I'm just gonna wait it out. So now it looks like Couch is probably gonna take the lead here.
Yeah. I think I would have taken the portal, gone in through Super Bunny Cave, and then dropped in from the top.
Yeah, probably just a little tilted from the death, but he's still gonna end up by the portal going through the Super Bunny Cave, or not Super Bunny, the Spiral Cave, so he can just go back in it.
They're actually tied right now going into Spiral Cave. They're in the same place again.
Yeah, they both did the exact same checks, and they're now both in the same location, so it's neck and neck now. The first 25 minutes are just a wash.
Yeah, so pretend the first 25 minutes doesn't exist, and we're starting pretty much from scratch because both runners have now checked and are in, pretty much the same place.
And then if they don't find the hammer, what that means is that they're also going to enter Dark World at the same spot, so it's going to be even longer for us to see the divergence. I guess one can choose to go into Skull Woods, and the other one can just move towards the south.
Yeah, that's especially with the fire rod and everything like that already, I think Skullwood's check pad while you're there is probably a good play. And then do Thieves Town, because if you can find the hammer, then it makes Thieves Town just a little nicer as we get our first bottle.
Oh, the check they can do while in the CAC area. I don't know if it's better to do it before or after going to the Dark World with a mirror. And we're getting the TR opening information.
It is Quake, and we do have it. And there's the mountain check. And they're going to both be entering Hookshot Cave. It looked like they were both going to enter Hookshot Cave, but Couch gets there first. $5. Let's see what else is here. Anything interesting? $20. And a card container. And what's in the last chest? Junk. I don't know why Couch dropped without just saving and quitting. He's lost himself sometime, but not terrible. And they both need to activate their flutes, and they're both again in the same place. And Throne really using his mirror really effectively.
Yeah, getting the mirror is one of those things where you kind of just get used to, like, talking to the priest, get the heal, and mirror back out. It's like really quick swap. It wasn't as great before quick swap was a thing, but it's really nice.
I love quick swap, I must say. Yeah,
Oh, couch activating the flute. That's something that ThrownWiimote's not doing right now, but he can do it after Thieves Down.
Yeah, and what would I think I would flute over to Meyer, only just to get the medallion that you may never need, and you can also check the Meyer shed and stuff. Again, information is always kind of key, and let's see what's on Sick Kid.
It's also some really quick checks as well. The Meyer Shed, the Checkerboard Cave, you can also get the Desert Ledge, and then like finish at a Gina's Cave or something down there.
Yeah, that's... Let's see how Thrown does here in Skull Woods.
The 10 hearts, they're kind of safe, but no blue mail, so Moth itself might be a little dangerous, but he's feeling confident that he can beat it with what he has.
You know what? With the fire rod, and the master sword, it is still a hard fight, but we'll see. And we're gonna get ped check, so let's see what's on it.
Yeah, Couch doing the exact same thing. It's just going straight for the
Ooh, the single arrow of destiny is on the ped today. Won't be doing that one.
Yeah, like Couch doing the exact same thing, just going to Skull Woods, doing the statue room, and working his way to the back, most likely.
Yeah. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what they do. But yeah, they're staying together right now. But I think Throne has definitely used his mirror better than Couch has here in this match.
Yeah, definitely. Couch got grabbed, just lose a little bit of time here, and what ThrownWiimote did, going down beneath the bridge first before going to the boss, makes a lot of sense because he didn't find the first item yet, and so he's still finding both items here. And then just quickly using the mirror once again, rather than beat the dungeon, have to walk back in, go to the chest, mirror back out. It's less screen transitions.
And all those things are what makes the end play one runner being ahead. Ooh, and finding out that one of the stun prizes was one of the kill prizes was a full magic refill.
That was so nice to find because he was just gonna save his magic, just using his master sword to kill the Gibdo. But seeing that full magic, he decided to use his fire rod and get full magic back.
Let's see if Moth is going to cooperate here today. Usually he does not. He is my least favorite boss to fight.
Yeah, with how the Moth fight works is if he gets hit into a spike, he takes no damage from the hit, so it's more the room itself than the boss that's the annoying part, especially with the moving floor.
Alright, so Throne gets his crystal here.
Yeah, that was a really smooth fight by him. His health is pretty high.
Uh-oh, did something happen with Couch? Did he despawn something?
I'm not sure if he was doing a reset or not. I was too busy watching the Moth fight.
As was I. I mean, I don't know. Is it possible to despawn Skull Woods? I know you could despawn Thieves Town and Ice Palace and GT. I don't know about Skull Woods.
Yeah, it looks
Does
like
anybody know?
Use it all. Even if he did, it wouldn't be too hard to get back out. But like, he's using hardware, obviously, and so it maybe something happened with the power on it or what, but looks like looks like there's been some kind of hardware failure there, which resulted in a time loss.
No. Yeah,
Because it's not, he didn't save and quit, because obviously he's reactivating the fluid here, but that
it's
hurts.
gonna be an unfortunate time loss for him.
We're gonna see if he's gonna start making a little bit more gambling plays to try and make up for his time loss here.
Both items in Skull Woods are junk. Alright, so let's see. Throne, I'm going to assume now we'll head over to Thieves Town.
Yeah, Restreamer and our tracker is saying that it looked like a death happened and then his game crashed.
That's unfortunate. You never want to see a match where something silly like that happens. You want it to come down to how they play against each other, but oh, we have a cape.
Ape gives a little more incentive to going to Bumper Cave and North Dark World just for those two items, but once again, with not having the hammer to get easy access to the South Dark World items, you kind of just gonna keep continuing south after doing Thieves Town.
I'm going to assume he'll probably do the Smith and then do Purple Chest and kind of take that along with him to do some of the checks that he can do after he does Thieves Town.
He's making sure to check like all the quick locations outside of Thieves Town first. You try and hope to find the hammer before entering Thieves Town itself.
Oh, I
just
don't.
in case
Yeah,
there's something in the big check.
I don't blame him. You don't want to. You don't want to have that lurking over your head, because especially if it's in one of the ones around it, and then like the ice rod, it's in the big chest, and then you basically last location over and over again. And so it's actually a pretty good play. So Throne checked everything he could around the village of Outcast, did not find the hammer. So let's see what's in Thieves Town here.
Yeah, you can see that Couch was actually preparing for this fight. Both times he was coming this direction, he stopped at the item shop inside Kakariko to refill or get a red potion just to have the extra safety for this fight. And he got a nice that full magic drop as well, which is going to make this fight easier for him, so it's really good for him.
And just Moth doing what Moth does best, not cooperating.
I found a few items inside of Thieves Town, but none of them were that great. My favorite thing that he got was the red boomerang.
And I think that's the worst boomerang in the game. I just think it's slow as molasses, but I like the blue one better.
You can be Team Boomerang, I'll be Team Red Meringue.
Oh, well, Couch finally does kill Moth and gets the item, and once again has tied the crystal count, but is a little bit far behind right now. But it's still anyone's race, and it's way too soon. He just has to, maybe make a gamble that Throne doesn't. Shake off that power surge loss or whatever it was and just move right along.
Yeah, when something like that happens, you gotta just be playing your A game from there on out. Like before, maybe you could make a mistake or two, feel comfortable that your opponent make mistakes too. But when something like that happens, you gotta be like, all right, I gotta play crisp. I gotta make sure not like if you're either gonna take a lot of risks, just commit to them, try and get that advantage that way, or you just gotta play, top of your game and hope your opponent makes mistakes. like no unfortunate deaths. Just try and survive, clear things as efficiently as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. So Throne does have the small key, and unless he finds in Blind's cell the hammer, he's going to be orphaning it. Now, again, I don't know. I assume that Couch is going to follow him in his footsteps, so most likely he's not going to find the hammer either. But this is really going to be the search for the hammer, it
seems. Yeah, another one of those hammerless seeds for now.
And it just kind of like, for my perspective, I think killing Aga in a seed like this, where you don't have, I mean, I know it's still the 6-minute climb and it's never good, but when you have only one portal to Dark World, it might make sense to actually kill Aga if you don't get Dark World soon, the other side. Unless you're going to current jump.
Oh yeah, the current jump is something else to be concerned with. I don't know if Couch knows it, but I know I taught ThrownWiimote it during a race in one of his early weeks, and so he's been using that to his advantage too in doing races.
Alright, keeping blind on script for now, and then using his key.
Yeah, smart usage of it too. Using holding the wall to retain his magic. Make sure he doesn't accidentally run out and die.
Alright, so crystal number 4. For Throne. And Couch gonna do Graveyard Ledge first, before doing Thief's Town.
Oh, I didn't see what was on Bumper Ledge then. If he was checking
I don't
this
know
way.
if he checked Bumper Ledge yet. He did not. I don't think he. Chat could quote me, but I don't think he checked it. But he's gonna go to Meyer instead, which is interesting. Oh,
Yeah,
hard number. Thank you.
Yeah, it looks like what I was saying earlier is just coming here to do the really quick checks, and what you wanted is get the medallion information.
Yeah, and so we know Bombos is not necessarily needed. You don't want to see Bombos, because that would make Mr. Meyer a thing. Now, if he checks checkerboard, doesn't find the thing, I'm kind of curious if he's going to check Desert Palace while he's here, because it's faster to check it from this side than it is to use the book. But let's see.
And once again, as I said earlier, there's a possibility with how the items are laid out in Desert where you're not even going to find a single item inside of it, so it could also be a pretty big risk to even go and check it. You could steal the small key from the front and try and sequence break the right side if small key is on the torch.
Yeah, I mean, let's see what he does. Is he going to go in there? Yes, he is. He's going to go into Desert Palace.
We found a second bottle of the Smiths, this time containing a fairy, which you can use to your advantage. You can play a little bit more risky and get away with things that you're not supposed to, as long as you don't die and take that small little time loss. Otherwise, saving it for one of those just-in-case moments, like fighting Ganon, it's nice to have.
Alright, so Desert Palace is boots locked. The question is it fully boots locked? Are we going to get a small key here or not? Yes, we are, so we can go to the right side. So if the hammer is here, that would give Couch a huge advantage over Throne at the moment. Or if Ice Rod is here. There's the blue mail.
Oh, boots are in Desert, so now Desert's completable.
Oh, that's huge, because now he's got all the mobility items. So I'm kind of curious if he's going to full clear it or not. But the second item could very well be right here in the big chest, and now he has the boots, which makes his movement better. So he will probably be able to catch up at this point. But yeah, boots is huge. Because unless Throne has a reason to go there right now, he's never getting those boots.
Looking at what's actually logically available, there isn't really much left to do for ThrownWiimote. Like, once he turns in the purple chest, all that's really left is to check desert area, like check the tablet and make your way over to there.
Bombos. He could check Bombos. He could check. He's doing Hype Cave now.
The other thing that's like in logic besides like the desert area, Mire area, is Zora.
Yeah, there's Bombos. And half magic, so interesting. But remember, now Throne's walking everywhere where Couch is able to run everywhere, so it's a big difference when you have boots.
Yeah, finding the boots first actually does give him some time back, because every second that passes where ThrownWiimote's not having boots, it's just a small increase in time. Okay, Throne was about to go and check Mambo's tablet, but he remembered that he has to turn in the purple chest first, otherwise he'll lose it. For the red cane.
Ooh, that could be interesting to see. And he will check Bombo's tablet, but in and amongst itself, he could go into Ice Palace, although again, without the hammer, even though it's a dependent dungeon, it's kind of gross.
He can go into ice, but not logically without the flippers. What's interesting to me is if he wants to go and complete Mire first for the green pendant before entering desert.
He could do that.
Because he did find Bombos and he did find the cane, which does fully access the Mire stuff.
And and we have a red mail. Well, let's see where Throne goes now. Is he gonna go to Mire? I'm gonna say probably. Yes, Pet is dead. It had a single arrow.
Oh, I wonder if he forgot to activate his flute, and so he has to come this way. I wonder if that's what's going on here.
He did forget to activate his flute. Couch getting his blue mail.
I'm kind of curious why Couch didn't just go and check like King's Tomb and Bonk Rocks first before fluting down this way.
Yeah, I'm curious as well. But with the fake flipper, Couch is gonna go to Hobo first and has money for Zora.
Yeah, like once again, it could just be that mindset where he has to make a few gambles. I really was hoping that he'd push his advantage by finding those booths and checking those items first, but going out of sequence is not a bad idea either. And he finds a third bottle, or for him, the second bottle, with another fairy.
Oh, I think he almost soft locked with how he jumped off there. So good call in there.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping he would, like, once again, just push that advantage with the boots. Like, go and check King's Tomb, go and check Bonk Rocks, maybe fly over to the CAC, get that mushroom off the library, maybe sequence break fake powder, or just turn in the mushroom altogether.
Yeah. But it looks like Rowan might be heading into Mire. Oh, no, he's going into desert, so he's going to get his boots.
Yeah, that mirror bonk probably changed his mind. He's like, oh, man, I don't want to reset myself and just go to Mire this way. I'm just going to check desert because I haven't went in it yet. So he's about to get his boots, too.
Now, here's the million-dollar question. Does he continue in Desert Palace, or does he nope out once he gets the boots? Because there was nothing else in desert other than the boots.
I saw that couch got dunked from getting a 4th heart piece inside the waterfall, which is a little unfortunate for him.
Alright, is it gonna be vanilla flippers today? Kind of looks that way. There's boots. Is he gonna know about it? He is not. And Zora just another life lesson.
Funny.
And Throne is gonna clear Desert Palace, so not gonna gain any extra time.
For the flipper, like hobo flipper, or fake flipper soft lock, I think it's if you're facing down when you screen transition. I don't think it requires quick hop at all. I'm pretty sure you don't have to. But yeah, I think it's when you're facing downwards when you screen transition, it kind of just keeps throwing you in an endless loop.
Yes, it's happened to me a few times. It's really not a fun thing. Well, let's see what's in Bonk Rocks. Is Bonk Rocks our answer, or are we pretty much going to be doing the mushroom here? That's pretty much it. Or Aga. Or Kern Jump.
I think I would like to see the Kern Jump more than doing Aga for sure, just because you don't need the item that's on the Lumberjack ledge since it's just a sword.
Yeah, I agree with you, but you know, I mean, again, if you know the Kern Jump and you can do it on, you know, the first or second try, then absolutely Kern Jump is far faster than Aga. But if it's something you're going to struggle with, then doing Aga is faster.
Alright, I actually see what Couch was doing. He was actually searching all the other locations first, hoping to find the hammer before entering Thieves Town, because he put this off for so long. I thought it was just because he assumed his opponent would be here already and hoped that there was nothing here, but he was just searching for the hammer this whole time, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and I'm going to say that the Throne is going to do the fake powder first and then turn in his mushroom. That would be my guess.
Or he's just checking North Dark World right here. I don't think he'd be willing to fake powder.
Oh, you're right.
Because, like, this actually feels like a really good loop here. So he can start from here. So check this. He can mirror check Lumberjack Ledge. He can work his way North Dark World all the way across. He can Kern Jump over. Turn in the mushroom right away. Go to Catfish, mirror, do the Ancilla fake flipper. Using the bow and bombs to check the waterfall, do Zora, work his way back down towards Pod. It's one big loop if he's thinking this far ahead.
Yeah. But I think he could have easily just quickly put in his fake powder, because of if something is gross, then he has to find the powder. But I mean, it's his densest check, so you know, versus the one. I think I would have checked fake powder first, because then you don't have the opportunity to do it later. But
yeah,
that's why these guys are here, and I'm up here with you in the booth.
Another reason to not do fake powder is it takes quite a bit of time trying to drain your magic with half magic, but on top of that, you'd have to re-enter the Dark World portal because you're not gonna have the hammer to go to it that way. Get back to your portal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're right.
And then if you're planning on using your magic at all, let's say for like Bumper Ledge, well, I think there's magic in there, but it's... Oh, he's not not doing the Kern Jump now. Interesting.
And he didn't save and quit, so he can't take that mushroom anywhere. Let's see what's on the mushroom. Junk.
Yeah, another thing I was thinking too is like if you do fake powder, you're already planning on turning on the mushroom, you can buy a green potion and just drink it if you really need the magic.
I'm kind of thinking Meyer is a good player right now. And I think that's where Throne is headed with combos.
That is exactly where he's going. Because you can't like check what's in logic for me still, and for him it's just Wire, the second item in Desert, and then Zora.
And by not going to Zora right now, it's not the worst, because if he finds the flippers in here and nopes out, that could be interesting. Alright, let's see what Misery Meyer has. And if that Bombos medallion is a bad thing or a good thing.
So I know Couch is a little bit of an older player. Like he did his start way back in I think 2018 spring. Is around when he started playing. And so I wonder, because I know that was before Invisible Chest was really discovered. Like it was during that tournament, I believe, is when someone discovered that. And so I wonder if that's why he decided to manually just walk the chest rather than make it invisible.
Yeah, I actually just learned it from this tournament. I had no idea. I mean, I saw people doing it, but I didn't know if it was like specific places that they could do it. And so I learned it going through the Mentor tournament. So it was huge for me.
Yeah, it's just like one of those things where it's doesn't feel like it should work, but it does.
Well, it's also that Link to the Past can't do two things at once, and so mirroring and talking is two things at once, and so it just assumes you have it, so it's kind of all good. And actually going into Meyer makes a lot more sense than sequence breaking Ice Palace, which kind of feels gross without the hammer, so... Now, I'm going to be curious if Couch is going to turn jump over, or if he's going to follow Throne.
Yeah, it could be definitely possible that this is just a red herring and this is an A required seed, so there's so much that can change in just a blink of an eye.
Oh, for sure. All right, let's see. So far, we haven't found anything in Misery Mire at all, so... This is potentially a huge time loss if there's absolutely nothing here. But kind of has to be. And Couch is going to follow throw it into Meyer. Oh, there's the ice rod. Never mind. That's important. Not important for this dungeon, but it is important if you need it. Oh, there's both items. And there's the green pendant. Pet is dead. It's just a single arrow of destiny.
Now the question is, Throne is beating this dungeon. This is obviously what's going to happen. He's going straight to the boss now after finding both items. It is the green pendant, which is one more item from this dungeon. But the question is he going to go ahead and beat Desert for the second item, or if he's just going to go turn in the green pendant first and then decide to come back to do Desert after?
I think that would be a big time loss for him. He's got to do it now, or just never do it. This is a really good play for Throne. He's trying to read the seed, trying to make sure he does everything that he thinks is the best choices for him. And this is not going to be an easy Vidi fight with what they have.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious that he's not using his cape now. Okay, he's using his cape now.
Yeah, this fight is, again, with Master Sword is kind of a gross fight to have.
With half magic and cape, actually makes it really nice. The one thing he doesn't want to do is quick swap to the mirror while the boss is dying, which is something that I've seen him do before.
Let's see if Couch also goes. Couch is going to go down, so he's going to lose some more time here. Throne going to the other side of Misery Mire where all the items are, as Couch is not. He's going to do cutscene chest, which is just more time loss.
Oh yeah, he's turning that green pendant first. He doesn't want to deal with this second item at Desert, so let's see if it's here.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's really something's going to either be here or, like I said, Aga, or current jump or Aga. I mean, that's kind of all we have left.
And he still hasn't checked the lumberjack ledge, even though Aga's been in logic, and there's nothing on the green pendant either. So I wonder if he's even thinking even more about Aga now. Like, there's either Aga or Desert, and which one does he want to do first? And,
looks like he's gonna do Desert first.
Yeah, this this green pendant was just a big red herring. Besides, like, hey, go get your ice rod. That's the only thing you need from there.
Yeah, it was, and if Couch just gets the ice rod and gets out of here, he will not be as far behind as originally thought. So, even though he's full clearing it, if he leaves upon getting ice rod, which I'm going to doubt, he'll probably get both items out of here first. And I'm looking if he'll go after the green pendant as well.
It's a green herring because it's the green pendant.
Yeah. He's gonna get a second item here. Is he gonna mirror or is he going to the boss? He is going to the boss, so not gonna save any time.
Yeah, so what I was saying about ThrownWiimote not checking Lumberjack is if he decides to check the Lumberjack before making his next choice, if he wants to current jump or do Aga.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it is current jump or Aga. I mean, there's really nothing else that we can get to at this point because we have no access to the south side of the, where Pod is. So. This is one of the grossest hammers ever.
Yeah, this is kind of what I expected. So it's one of those like superstition things, but whoever rolls the seed is the one whose RNG it uses, and I've rolled enough seeds for ThrownWiimote's matches that he's had really bad locations for hammer before. And it looks like he might sequence break to Ice Palace before deciding to go somewhere else.
Well, I mean, it could be in there, but then the question is where the heck were the flippers? But he's going to do all the fake flippers first.
Oh yeah, I forgot that he hasn't done Hobo and Zora area yet, which is his other magical item.
I think when you had mentioned when Throne was up on the top near where the current jump is, that was his best opportunity. He could have fake powdered first and then followed it along, but let's see where it is.
So once again, they're just kind of done everything each other's done, and so they're almost neck and neck again. Couch is gonna have a slower fight here though, because he ran out of arrows, wasn't using his cape to fight his mini eyes. But yeah, it's still pretty close.
It is going to be very close, yeah. So I'm kind of curious if Couch, I assume he's going to turn in his green pendant right away and get his 10 arrows, which will be like could have used that before. But what I'm gonna find interesting is one player gonna do a current jump and one gonna do aga? That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Who's gonna do what?
Nice fireball dodge by ThrownWiimote to make sure he doesn't die before entering the waterfall.
Let's see if he has the same problem with getting a full heart refill, and he does. He has the same problem that Couch had a few minutes ago.
All right, so that's not a time loss for Couch anymore. Either one, they would have opened, they would have got dunked.
All right, so Couch gonna turn in his green pendant. He's gonna get his 10 sticks, be upset, and then let's see where he goes next. Is he going to ice? Is he going to do a kern jump and go to the west?
Alright, since they're both getting their items here, it's I think Couch is in the lead now.
I believe so, yeah.
Oh wait. I was gonna say he doesn't have his mushroom yet. So he's gonna get the super speed. Oh, okay. Yeah, looks like he's gonna current jump. And looks like ThrownWiimote's gonna do aga.
Ooh, okay, well. Alright, well, chat, you get two potential things here. How many blue balls are we gonna get from Aghanim today? Oh, he never did Thieves Town.
Because once again, he was searching for the hammer first.
Oh, yeah.
He's trying to find the hammer.
Far better choice than going Aga.
So, ThrownWiimote has the possibility of getting the upgraded sword on Lumberjack Ledge if he really wants it. And he should be using Fire Rod here just to quickly kill these guys, but...
Why? Yeah, I don't know why he's not.
Okay, there he goes. So just do it.
I think that might just be a little bit of nerves right now. You're an hour and 5 minutes into a siege. You're like, why am I doing aga again? Oh, because I have no choice. Unless I'm doing kern jumps.
Yeah, so even though Couch still has a dungeon behind ThrownWiimote, you know, if he does do the current jump, could still be neck and neck, because I guess tower is a pretty long time. Maybe not neck and neck exactly, but not as far behind as he could be.
Right. I forgot he didn't do Thieves Town. He was been looking for the hammer this whole time. Which is not anywhere where he wants it to be.
Yeah, like, looking back at the seed, you had to enter desert for boots. Well, I guess there's nothing really logically behind boots yet, or at all. I was gonna say you need it for boots. But
actually, the only things that were really required from the dungeons that were on that side were boots, just in case you need it for GT.
With an ice rod inside.
And the ice rod, yeah.
I was about to say you needed to logically go inside 2 different pendant dungeons, but no.
Well, if the Biggie is not on the torch, then you didn't really need to go into desert to get the boots. They're nice, but you don't need them. You want them because if your opponent did it, you know, you're going to be hugely far behind, but, you know.
Yeah, I think it's a nice consolation prize for how bad the seed has been so far.
Yeah, this seed has been gross.
Like, the beginning was beautiful. Like, you got all this progression. You can complete 2 crystal dungeons immediately, go to the Dark World. Well, the second crystal dungeon led you to the Dark World access, which gave you 2 more crystal dungeons to complete. And so the start was really nice. It's just this mid-game is what's really just been tripping them up is last locationing, whatever they need next.
And they're really not even last location yet. They're making good choices, but, you know, I mean, the hammer is just on the pod side, most likely at this point. I mean, there's really very few places it could be unless it's on powder. You know, it's behind the, you know, that item, but, you know, which could be gross too.
Yeah, and like obviously people hate talking about worst case scenarios, but like so far with the seed, all we need for go mode is hammer and flippers, and
Oh
it's a
no.
possibility that there's flippers in pod and there's hammer in ice palace.
I
Or
thought he despawned his game again because now it's all different colors.
no, if he's using an acid blind, it's showing off a small glitch.
Oh,
When this happens, you got to be careful because the door doesn't actually close, and you can walk out inside the bottom and have to restart the fight.
oh, I didn't know that.
So LSD blind, I think once you open up the menu at the same time it's transforming, it gives this weird palette for the fight. It really doesn't do anything besides change the palette, and like I mentioned, the door actually stays open, which is more of a hazard than anything else. Because I've done it on accident to get that glitch, and I've accidentally locked out the door.
Couch gonna do the curtain jump, it looks like. Oh no, yeah, he's doing this stuff first.
He's checking bumper ledge because he didn't do it earlier. With his cape, he can check it. Or wants to check it. But yeah, looks like he's gonna do the current jump. The useless medallion.
He's her worthless medallion today, but we do have them all now. Actually, if he's is able to do the current jump, it'll save him up. He'll be right back in this race because he'll be right about the same time, and he's gonna do it. Oh my goodness!
Oh, he's trying to Ancilla to go across. If he was trying to do this, he should be using the red cane. It just gives another thing on screen. Yeah, might not have enough bombs. He has one bomb left to try the current jump.
Yeah, it does. It looks like he's giving up on it, at least for now. But he's looking for more bombs, I'm going to guess.
Yeah, looks like he's trying to see if anything drops bombs as a prize. Homemade Beer says he has to resize Ancilla after victory, so I don't know how Ancilla works. I'm not gonna pretend I do.
I am with you, my friend. I don't know how half the glitches do what they do.
Another person pointing out that he just could go graveyard ledge to grab 4 bottoms really quickly.
Yeah, he could have done that. Would have been a lot faster than going all the way to CAC.
What's happening over on ThrownWiimote's side? Maybe he's taking a small break, maybe checking his tracker, or maybe he just has to use the bathroom or something, but he's just stalled in the doorway.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on over there. Hopefully I don't know why this is, and unless he had to go to the bathroom really bad. That's never a good thing.
Okay, there he goes. Ah, yeah, it could be controller issues too. But yeah, it looks like Coach is giving up on trying to Ancilla Splash Delete.
I'm gonna go to Aga.
Some Rage Slash inside Link's house, and yeah, going to Aga.
Nope. They are both doing Aga, so this is gonna be an interesting call here. I mean, the progression kind of has to be in pod. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be the hammer. It could be the flippers, which get you into Swamp Palace, which could get you the hammer. But I'm gonna laugh if the hammer's on Magic Bat and we could have avoided all this.
Oh yeah, that's a possibility too. The last fetch quest. It's actually kind of interesting that Coach didn't grab the mushroom and turn it down. Maybe he just marked it off as there's nothing on the library, but once again, maybe he's just doing what he thinks is the better play. But
I mean, there's nothing on the mushroom, but I mean, he would. I mean, at least to get it to do fake powder, you know, and then, but you don't know that. So let's see if the hammer is in the dungeon. It's in the vanilla game. Is it going to be in the big chest? Like that could be interesting.
so the other question is Couch gonna go grab the sword off the lumberjack ledge later or not?
Looks like he's preparing to do the bomb yum. And there's powder.
There's the power.
Well, like
man.
I said, could be. I'm gonna laugh hysterically if that's where the hammer was this whole time. And just some money there, so we're all running out of checks here.
If hammer's on powder, is it still French vanilla?
We'll call it French vanilla anyway, even if it's not.
Oh, there's
there
the
it is.
hammer. All right. That opens up Thieves Town, a hammer pegs. It opens up the magic bat form. I guess that was also possible with the mirror. It opens up Spike Cave as well as Turtle Rock. And he also just found the shovel instead of Pod 2, which it also opens up the pyramid. It pretty much opens up everything that's not waterlocked.
Right.
Is what I'm trying to say. Holy moly. So
yeah, we just need the flippers for go mode.
So yeah, I assume it's just gonna be from here to Turtle Rock, and then maybe after Turtle Rock, go finish on Spike Cave to see if that's where flippers are. So it's still a pretty open up sea, depending on where flippers is and Coach decides what to do next.
Too bad we don't have the swag net for Agawon.
And Couch getting his Dark World access, while ThrownWiimote's going to the boss to get his next crystal.
I'm going to assume Couch is going to go into pod. Now, I'm also curious if next time he's in the vicinity of that tempered sword, if he's going to grab it or if he's going to just not. Because he's the only one of our runners that knows where it is. And Master Sword Silverless is far scarier than Tempered Sword Silverless, so if you have to be that guy and you already have the boots, I bet it will save you the time.
I was gonna say, I think if you're doing Master Sword Silverless, just grabbing the Tempered Sword is just gonna save you time alone. So
right, because 52 spins is opposed to 12 slashes in each phase, and then 12 spins in the final phase. So.
Yeah, after completing Pod, we have a couple additional fetch quests, and a few checks. If you really want to feel gambly, you go back to Thieves Town for the big chest. But yeah, obviously going to TR's best play to do next.
Yeah, I mean, TR is pretty dense, and that's where Throne is headed. So, not gonna go check the powder. I mean, it's a quick check now that you have the hammer, and like if your flippers are there, it's just then you just do Gomo Swamp and Gomo TR, which is a thing. So Ice Palace is dead in this seed. There's just gonna be absolutely nothing, no reason going there. So not gonna see Samaria at all. Icebreaker. Oh, chat pointing out a good point. Yeah, we have Pyramid Fairy too. Once that he could have checked as well for Throne.
Yeah, like so just a bunch of like fetch quests, like go grab the bomb, go turn it in, or I guess if you're doing like Magic Bat, it's not so bad because you can do like check the shovel first, and then you can do hammer pegs and powder at the same time. Yeah, like depending on what Coach decides to do next, like if he goes to Catfish or not, it really depends on like how far behind he is. Like right now, you can probably say he's like half a dungeon to a dungeon behind. Like depending on where that flipper location is, it's still anyone's seed to win, to lose.
Yeah. The only thing is couch tournament life is at stake. If he loses this match here tonight, he is done in the Mentor tournament, and Throne will move on to the third stage of this bracket tournament. So that's what's at stake here tonight. If Throne wins, then Couch is eliminated from the Mentor tournament. Oh no! Oh no! He missed one chest. There's the flippers. Couch is in Gomo.
Everything was in pod.
What? Oh no! That is huge.
Yeah, that is.
That's gonna probably do it here. That's the game, folks. I mean, there's no way Throne ever goes back to pod for that one check.
Yeah, maybe he thought that depending on the key layout, maybe he thought that there was a key for a key there, but that.
Well, that is really unfortunate. He's not going to find it here, and now Couch can go do Swamp, and he has a huge lead right now, and doesn't even know it. And actually, that's why using a key tracker, especially, is so important. If you don't, this way you never make that mistake, and you see, okay, there's 2 locked doors left, and I have 4 keys. That's all I need, as opposed to I have 4 keys and I have 5 keys, or whatever the case may be. So I think that he'll never make that mistake again. But the flippers are in pod, so is the hammer, and yeah. So here we go. So Couch enters Go mode, and now just has to do Swamp and Go mode TR. And can skip Lava Chest now that we know that the compass is there. And so yeah, this is now Couch's seed to lose. I think his lead is pretty significant now.
Yeah, there's like no way that ThrownWiimote goes back for Harmless Hellway for that.
Yeah, I think he clears. Although again, there's not much more he can do. So, I mean, after Turtle Rock, like there's Spike Cave. There's a couple of odd locations, but realistically, it's not going to be as long as it would have been. But yeah, it's, you know, this is huge.
But yeah, just be like restream nerves, tournament nerves. It just seems like it's such a small mistake to do too. If you're just like playing normally, like there's so much less to think about when there's less pressure, but just, you know, could be it. Just The nerves of being restreamed or it being against the #1 seed. So many different factors can go into why you're an artist.
Now here's the question: is Couch gonna go get the tempered sword or not? And saving Quentin Sank looks like it, because otherwise there's no reason for him to go over there after doing pod. So I'm gonna guess he's gonna get the tempered sword first, and then go to pod. I mean, sorry, go to swamp, go mode swamp, and then he'll be on tempered sword silver lists unless he finds the silvers. So if you like what you're watching, please follow both of our runners, Couch 23 and ThrownWiimote. They have put on a really exciting show here this evening, and you know, put themselves at stake here for our entertainment. So really give them a follow. They deserve your love. And actually, with the sword layout, Trinex is even a faster fight with the tempered sword.
Yeah, that tempered sword, like doing Aga does actually save, like it doesn't like save time exactly, but it's really nice to have. It makes these next 2 dungeons so much easier, so much faster.
Yeah, I mean, unless the other sword just happens to be on Laser Bridge, that would bail thrown out a little bit. But again, yeah, this is gonna be a Master Sword Trinex, which means I'm assuming he's gonna use his hammer. Using the Kenny Sprite. Lots of he's got all 4 potions. There you go.
Yeah, all 4 bottles.
So Couch will not open anything else now. Just needs to really go get do the swamp, which is really fast in go mode. He'll be out of go mode TR, which by the looks of it can be done pretty quickly. Probably could skip Laser Bridge. So yeah, this is giving a much faster TR, much faster everything. So we'll see where Throne goes after Trinex.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be Spy Cave, and then probably to do like Pyramid or one of the other fetch quests. Coach is gonna open up a few chests along the way, I assume, just try and hope for gold sword or silvers, but only the ones that are along the way, like the diver down room.
I don't know how I feel about that. Usually when I'm in go mode, I don't open up nothing. Unless it's a dungeon I need the big key for, I don't open up anything, just because you never know where your opponent is. And is he not doing diver down? I guess he's not. I guess if you're not planning on opening the chest, it is, I guess, a little faster.
Ooh, Trinex not playing very nice, but I think Throne should have just been spamming those fire rod shots. He just found a green potion, so it would have been useful to just throw that magic away.
Alright, so let's see. Couch going to Argus. And then we'll head up to TR, and then we'll play an invisible game where you can guess where the big key is, but he has to be Trinex first. So Throne needs to somehow get himself back to pod to get the flippers, but I just don't know when he's gonna do that. The question, Jed, and this is something I don't know, is it faster to do diver down, or is it faster to do it the way he did it for Couch? Diver down is always more faster. Okay.
Yeah, like I assumed he's just finishing up over down at Burn Spike Cave.
Right now, Couch is gonna head up to TR and see what he gets. And he could just go mode this dungeon, so. And Throne gonna have to redo that mirror a little close to that wall.
Alright, fleeting over to Link's house. He's probably going to do the shovel next.
I was gonna do Pyramid Fairy first, looks like.
Oh, yeah. When I was talking about that Dark World portal, I'm like, did he get flippers and we just both missed it? But
Yeah,
like everyone missed it, but no.
I think if he had gone flippers, he would have gone straight into Swamp before going to TR, and this would have been pretty tight race at that point. But as I mentioned before, this is unless Couch does something terrible, like despawns GT or a bunch of times and falls a lot. I don't think Throne is going to be able to come back for this one, unfortunately for him. He's not out of checks. He could do Magic Bat. How many beer? He could do Magic Bat and Shovel. That would be it. Oh, and Catfish. I don't think anybody checked Catfish.
ThrownWiimote did Catfish. What he has left is Shovel, Magic Bat, Hammer Pegs, and then the big chest of Thieves down.
Yeah. Let's see where he goes. He is gonna do Thieves down, so yeah.
And he didn't check a lot the Lumberjack ledge, so he's gonna get his Temperate Sword here.
And probably gonna be a little aggravated about it. Alright, there's the big key for TR. So Couch only needs one more big key and a couple of small keys, and he can climb in there. Yeah, getting the Tempered Sword. But at least it'll, ensure the rest of the season is pretty good for him. But he really needs to. Let's see where he goes.
Alright, now it's looking like the shovel play. Yep, quick swap.
And now he's gonna do Shovel, probably into Magic Bat and potentially into let's see if he goes back into Thieves Town or not, and then he'll be out of checks, and he'll probably by then I'm gonna assume Couch will have finished. So alright, so Shovel is not the answer, obviously. Let's see, is he gonna go? Yeah, he's gonna go. Is he gonna go to Magic Bat first? I mean, I would assume that's faster than going through Thieves Town. I wonder if he's just forgetting about Magic Bat too.
It's probably just better to loop it in here. Like, get Hammer Pegs and then mirror right to it, so you don't have to just come back and redo those screen transitions over and over.
Oh, right. And also do remember that Couch lost some time and had to redo some things because his game crashed, and so there's a green rupee if he wants to be $1 richer.
that mirror, I don't think he can get back to that. So
I
he's
definitely, he's not getting back to that.
So he probably has to go back and then go to the Thieves' Town big chest.
All right, well, on the laser bridge for Couch, he needs one more key to go to Trinex. All right, chat. When Trinex falls, you can put a number in that chat box and see where that big key is going to be. I don't believe there's a bot here, so you'll have our pride and joy. Wherever we get it, or imaginary infinite points, whichever.
It's an honor,
I suppose. And Couch smartly getting the the safety door with only one heart.
Yeah, another reason why it's called the safety door is if you mirror in front of there and go inside that cave, there's fairies in there.
Yeah, I showed a bunch where there's that. But yeah, and the only other time you really see that is in entrance rando when people do stuff like that.
So one thing that scared me there from Coach's end was if you fall in the hole and while you're dying, while like falling in the hole from a laser beam or something, it somehow crashes your game in such a way that it actually deletes your save file. So it's kind of good that that didn't happen to him, because then it would have to redo the whole.
That would have been really unfortunate.
But yeah, didn't die. Didn't do that way.
Yeah, everybody, you're right. Thorn is playing very well. He just miscounted his stuff in pod, and it's going to cost him this race. And he's going to have a game 3 to contend with, and that's going to be it. So he does have another shot to win this and move on in the bracket stages. So he could just shake this off. Oh, it wasn't even an item. Oh no.
Yeah, I wasn't counting the items when I was there. I just assumed
I wasn't either. Oh.
So yeah, where does he go from here?
I don't even know if he knows that there's an item left in pod unless he's using an item tracker. All right, get those numbers in. Where is that big key? And we're about to. And oh, did he forfeit? Throne?
No,
No, he didn't. Is he just thinking?
Yeah, it's just in a think tank. Like, what did I miss? Where did I miss it? And it's actually super hard to do. Like, there's been times where I've missed something. And I actually looked back at my VOD during the run to see where I missed something.
All right, let's see. Was GT boots locked? It was not. Well, Throne is headed back to pod, so he'll get those flippers.
Hey, must have realized that's what he forgot.
I mean, that's really all he has left. I mean, he's full cleared the rest of this game, and he knows it can't be a nice palace, so, you know.
We're up at count number 7.
least Throne will get his flippers before Couch finishes, so that's always nice. Yeah, and a lot of raised lashes.
Yeah, I think it really was just key layout. Because one thing you kind of learn is if you do all the front, then you go to the right, like the turtle room and the two dark chests down below. When you get back in that turtle room, if you have two small keys, it's a key for a key. But because he did the hammer yum and then did those, he still had two keys remaining. And so maybe that's what kind of like tripped him up. Because he used one key for the boss and then the other key was for that door specifically. But yeah, he had 3 keys before doing the hammer yum.
Well, Couch is going to climb GT now and go kill, have a nice fight with a wizard and then go kill the big pig himself. And we'll find out where the silvers were. I mean, you know, when Ganon will tell you where they are. They're at this point, they're either in Ice Palace or in GT. I mean, we've cleared the rest of this game, so
Ice Palace, Swamp, or GT.
Yeah. All right, there's more checks in Swamp that we didn't do. Yeah, there's very. Well, they could also be in GT. So left side Swamp, Ice Palace, or GT. All right, so at 140, Couch enters the gauntlet.
Yeah, I love having half magic and fire rod. It just makes it so much nicer. Like you just one shot everything along the path.
Oh, I was telling a friend of mine who played that something I learned from this mentor tournament that I didn't realize before is anytime I have half magic, and obviously you're gonna have fire rod 99% of the time going through GT, you just spam that fire rod going through this, and it's just so much. It's faster than trying to find the enemies and whatnot. So
It's nice, like the small benefit of it is at the top after you do the torch rooms, depending on how you used your magic, you can actually run yourself out very easily afterwards and set up for a fake powder if you need it at the very top.
there you go.
Yeah, Kosh is just like breezing through these rooms.
This should be a pretty interesting. This is pretty fast at this point where he is now. But actually, all things considered, with how late Thorn got the flippers, he's not. I mean, he's not gonna win the race, but he's not that far behind. But yeah.
Yeah, he was in the think tank for a while to try and remember what he forgot, but he found the item really quickly. Like, remember where it was?
Yeah, I mean, he had full cleared the game and knew that it could not be in anything in Ice Palace. All right, so we're almost up to the wizard and the big pig on Couch's side. And no silvers for Couch today. So let's see how far Throne gets. if he's gonna finish the seed or not at this point, or just waiting for his opponent. But yeah, Couch will be in first at this point.
Yeah, like if this is like any indication of like what could happen, like I'm not saying like obviously there's a big difference in between what happens between like a Couch's game crashing, different routing styles. Like you said, at the 25-minute mark, they were pretty neck and neck, and then once again, like the hour like 10, hour 20.
Yep. When they're in the same place, yeah.
Like both at like pod. It's like if Couch was successful in the current jump, it would have been really close between them both being in pod at the same time. But Clutch had to do the Ego Tower to do it because he failed the Ancilla Fake Flipper a few times.
Yeah, that's something I don't know how to do at all. I would have could done Aga on this seed for sure if it was me running it.
So their game one was like pretty decidedly one-sided based on how ThrownWiimote routed compared to Couch, where this one, once again, they both kind of routed very differently at the beginning. And like in the mid game too, they both routed differently, and so it's kind of interesting to see how synced up they were at separate times.
You know, the other thing I noticed about this seed, there was really no real like big chances for either runner to do anything crazily different based on where everything was. So it wasn't as bad. Like it was a very like A to B to C seed as opposed to their other match, which was everything in different places and allowed more diversion. There was really no room for diversion in a seed like this at all because of where Hammer was and stuff like that. So yeah, this was a funnel seed. It kind of like pushed you to do specific things.
Yeah, the ending was like really linear. Just everything being in pod at the end. Basically the green herrings of finding everything to do, the green pendant, and like obviously you needed to go in it anyway just for the ice rod, but yeah, there's a lot that just led to nothing in the mid game.
Yeah,
and then
that's for sure.
With like Hammer being like quote go mode kind of item with how late it was, there was a lot locked behind the Hammer, so it's not like someone could have sequenced. Well, obviously you wouldn't sequence break his flippers was go mode, but like you're not gonna go to different locations if you did find the Hammer. You just go straight to the like TR first, go to pod. There's a lot of decisions if you find the Hammer early, where if you find it later, there's a lot less decisions to make.
And I missed where Ganon told you where the key was, so that was unfortunate. And down goes Ganon for Couch, and he's gonna get the finish. We'll get Couch's official racetime.gg time in just a sec. He finishes with a 1:46.42 in first place. And get your GGs in chat for Couch 3023. And I think I mistakenly called them Couch 32 earlier, so I apologize. Yeah, these runners put on an amazing show for us this evening. And hopefully they'll be joining us here shortly. But if you guys aren't following either one of these two runners, I would highly recommend it. They have put on, like I said, an amazing show. And don't forget our tracker, morgcl, I believe. I apologize if I say that incorrectly. And we are joined by both our runners, Couch23 and Thorn. GG's, both of you.
Hey, thanks.
So I guess outside like what happened, like how how did you enjoy the seed?
It was all right. I'd be a little less salty if my game didn't crash, but
I would have enjoyed it if I didn't mess up my counting in pod.
Yeah, like the very beginning was kind of linear. Like it did open up quite a bit, but at the same time, it kind of funneled you into finding the Titan's Mitts on Death Mountain, and then like because there's just so much progression early, then in the mid game, you just kind of both did everything, and then it's like, all right, last location, Ega time.
Yep. I thought about doing Kern jump and I didn't, and I regret it.
Chad is asking, Coach, what happened with the moth crash? Was it like your card? Was it the game itself? Like, what happened with that crash?
it black screened, made some sounds. I reset. It was still black screen, so I just had to completely power down. So I'm not sure exactly what happened, but it was pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, like even with that happening, so at one point, like 25 minutes in, you're both neck and neck, and then once again, uh, both going to egg around the same time. If you were able to do that, Ancilla fake flipper to go to the East Dark World, it would have been neck and neck again at like the hour 10, hour 20 mark. So it's really close with how differently you both routed.
That's good to hear. It's always good to hear that it was close.
Yeah, this race was. Yeah, you guys were at the same. Going through the mountain, especially you were both in Spiral Cave, like almost like 3 steps behind each other. It was actually really fun to watch, and there was other points as Dawn just mentioned where you were both deciding about Aga, and then Couch, you tried to do the fake flipper and weren't able to, and Thorn just said, "Screw it, I'm going to Aga."
It's thrown.
Yeah, I was pretty sad when it didn't work out. I'm not even sure exactly what happened there.
So what time is your game 3 scheduled? Is that tomorrow at the same time, or
Yeah,
What is
tomorrow,
it?
same time.
7:30 Central.
Anything else you guys would like to add about the seed itself, or
Not really. I just want to say GG's. Can't wait to play tomorrow. It's gonna be interesting.
They're ready to run it back.
Absolutely.
all right? So we'll wrap things up here. I guess, Don, anything else before we do that?
I'd just like to say GG's. It was really fun to watch, fun to commentate. It was really back and forth through a lot of it. You both routed so differently. I don't know if you watched each other's first game. Uh, you both started different starts, and you both did it again. It really made it hard to judge who was ahead of who. But another thing is, or I guess to move on, this is the last restream of the night. There's no more for the Go Mode podcast. So the next restream you're going to see on here that's currently scheduled is tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time between Copybook Pizza and Riley, who are in the Master Sword Division bracket.
Yeah, and just don't forget to follow both of these runners. They, like I said before, put on an amazing show for us here this evening. Don't forget to follow our tracker, morgcl, as well as my co-commentator, Dawnvenure. I apologize, I'm really mutilating the names here. And also Trey Spray, who is our Restreamer here, and of course I am Nitro6003, and we, again, from all of us here at the Go Mode podcast, if you guys are interested in joining the Mentor Tournament next year, it's for everybody, for all skill levels. So join us up and see what you can do. So for all of us here, we wish you the best of nights, and good night, everybody.